They're going to lose their soul, Fred Thomas. Senior, he's graduating. He's one of those fist-pumping, in-your-face kind of players who just goes out and gets the job done.
The whole team, the whole crowd, when Freddie makes a good play, he lets everybody know about it, and he shakes his fist and lets everybody know about it, including the opponent, and it gets all of us a little fired up, and I think we play better because of him.
Fred Thomas is the kind of player that teammates love to have, but opponents just hate to play. His averages tell the story. He led the team in assists, steals, and scored over 18 points a game. But more importantly, he was their leader.
We've always been a running, fire-up team, and we really play with our hearts, and a lot of that goes to credit of Fred, since he was the spark plug that he was. He always seemed to be the one to get us fired up.
If you tell him he's going to guard maybe their opposite team's best offensive player, he loves that challenge too. You know, he whatever you ask of him, he comes through.
But don't be mistaken by his fist-pumping style. It is not used to show off his opponent. It's just part of the energy of Fred Thomas and part of his love for the game.
I started playing with Sander when I was really little. Like, he'd come out to the house, and then we'd go up to the school down here. We'd play basketball all dang day. If not basketball, it'd be baseball or tennis or soccer.
Now, soccer is another part of the Thomas routine. He was a key member of the '86 state championship team at Northport, and he says that soccer really helps him get ready for basketball.
Yeah, it did quite a bit. We'd start out running 5 miles every soccer practice, sprints especially, and that kept us going all through the seasons. I really miss high school basketball.
And Scott, you know, not only did Fred fire up his teammates, fire up some college recruiters. He's just been offered a full ride to Kalamazoo College.
As you well know, Jack, he fired up the town of Northport all season long. When we come back, we'll take a look at a village that went wild over their cats. That's next when Everybody Has a Dream continues.
Everybody Has a Dream is being brought to you in part by Probate Judge John Michael Singer, Cherry Home Orchards, Compass Sports Center, Cook Enterprises, and Leelanau Pharmacy.
The Wildcats only had 15 players on their tournament roster, but when you add up the 611 people that live in the town, this was an army that you just couldn't help but notice.
Or hear.
Yeah, it's a very competitive town. You know, everybody likes to play soccer and play basketball. I don't know. It's always been a competitive town, but we never got this far before.
The Wildcats tournament run turned some normally mild-mannered individuals into a group of screaming fanatics. They followed the Cats every step of the way, from districts to regionals, and finally all the way downstate.
Sort of the parents around here would get reservations downstate at hotels, and I'm like, what do you mean? We got one more game to play yet, and so we'd take them one game at a time. So, but people were kind of looking ahead, but we never really did.
Yeah, it was really great seeing all the people there actually at the school sending us off, and on the way up through Traverse, and just people put signs out, you know, signs, "Go Cats," and it was kind of an inspiration to do something for all the people that were supporting us.
I think that when the community gets behind the team, we feel more confident, and it's always been Glen Lake in previous years that has had, you know, usually the community support, but I think this year our community was behind our kids a little bit more.
It's a sense of pride, I think, of you know, everybody knows each other so well that the kids on the team, everybody knows them. In comparison, like we went and watched the Class A finals, the big schools there, the cheering isn't there, the crowd support isn't there. But you get to the small schools, they're the ones that go crazy, you know, the Wild fans and just everybody having fun because everybody feels a part of that team, the small schools, I believe. So it's, I think not only our team won, but our community won.
Well, we won the state Class D soccer. A lot of people couldn't believe that. And they're not going to believe this. We don't still believe it. This town's... I've taped it on TV, and I've watched it 3 times, and I still can't believe it. It's going to take a long time, I think, for a lot of people around here to sink in.
These fans really could get pretty loud at these games. And the great thing was not only did Northport support this team, but all of Leelanau County.
And Newswatch had the pleasure of being here when the entire county turned out to send their team off to East Lansing.